Welcome to Colorado. What is up, everybody? It's your man J. Jeff, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're about to embark on an epic adventure to the majestic state of Colorado. We're talking towering mountains, alpine lakes, and landscapes so stunning they'll make you question if you've stepped into a Bob Ross painting. I'm stoked to share my top bets, must-visit places in Colorado with you guys. Whether you're a seasoned hiker, a nature enthusiast, or just looking for an unforgettable getaway, Colorado has something for everyone. So buckle up, smash that like button, and let's dive right into the beauty that is Colorado. First up, we're heading straight into the heart of the Rockies, to a place that needs no introduction, Rocky Mountain National Park. This place is like the holy grail for outdoor enthusiasts, and for good reason. We're talking over 300 miles of hiking trails winding through pristine wilderness, past glacial lakes, and up to breathtaking alpine summits. Imagine this. You're hiking along a trail, the air is crisp and clean, and the sun is filtering through the trees. You hear the sound of a rushing river in the distance, and as you round a bend, bam! Emerald Lake, its surface like glass, reflecting the towering peaks that surround it. That's Rocky Mountain National Park, my friends. And the wildlife? Don't even get me started. We're talking elk, bighorn sheep, marmots, maybe even a glimpse of a black bear if you're lucky. Or unlucky, depending on how close you get. This place is teeming with life, and it's an absolute privilege to witness it firsthand. One of my favorite things about Rocky Mountain National Park is that there's something for everyone. Whether you're an experienced hiker looking to bag a 14er, that's a mountain over 14,000 feet for you newbies, or you're just looking for a leisurely stroll with epic views, there's a trail here for you. One trail I highly recommend is the Bear Lake Trailhead. It's a relatively easy hike that takes you past several stunning alpine lakes, including Bear Lake, Nymph Lake, and Dream Lake. Trust me, the views are anything but a dream. They're 100% real. Another must-do is driving Trail Ridge Road, the highest continuous paved road in the United States. This road will take you above the tree line, offering panoramic views of the park that will blow your mind. I'm talking snow-capped peaks as far as the eye can see. It's like driving on top of the world. But listen, I could talk about Rocky Mountain National Park all day long. It's a place that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you've left. If you're looking for adventure, for breathtaking beauty, for a chance to connect with nature on a deeper level, then add Rocky Mountain National Park to your bucket list. You won't regret it. Next up, we're heading south to a place that feels straight out of a fantasy novel, Garden of the Gods. Seriously, this place looks like something out of the Lord of the Rings. We're talking towering red rock formations that jut out of the earth like giant sandstone skyscrapers. Legend has it that these formations were once giant warriors turned to stone. And honestly, I can totally see it. These rocks have a presence, an energy that's hard to describe. You walk among them and you can't help but feel small, humbled by the sheer scale and power of nature. The centerpiece of the park is Pikes Peak, a majestic mountain that dominates the skyline. You can actually see it from almost everywhere in the park, and it's a constant reminder that you're in the heart of the Rockies. One of the coolest things about Garden of the Gods is that it's free to enter. That's right, you can experience all this natural beauty without spending a dime. It's the perfect place to spend an afternoon hiking, rock climbing, or just soaking up the incredible views. If you're feeling adventurous, I highly recommend hiking the Manitou Incline. This trail is not for the faint of heart. It's basically a staircase straight up the side of a mountain. But trust me, the views from the top are worth every drop of sweat. For those looking for a more leisurely experience, there's a paved trail that winds through the park, offering stunning views of the rock formations and Pikes Peak. And if you're really feeling lazy, you can even take a guided jeep tour or horseback ride through the park. No matter how you choose to experience Garden of the Gods, you're guaranteed to be blown away by its beauty. It's a place that will ignite your imagination, that will leave you feeling inspired and awestruck. Get ready to step back in time because our next stop is Mesa Verde National Park, home to some of the most well-preserved ancestral Puebloan cliff dwellings in the United States. We're talking about intricate structures built directly into the sides of cliffs, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the people who lived here over 700 years ago. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a canyon, the wind whipping through your hair, and below you, nestled into the alcoves of the cliff face, are these incredible dwellings. These weren't just temporary shelters, these were homes, communities, places where people lived, loved, and thrived for generations. Exploring these ruins is like stepping into another world. You can walk through their homes, see their kivas, ceremonial structures, and imagine what life must have been like for the Ancestral Puebloans. It's a humbling experience, a reminder of the rich history that exists in this country, long before Europeans ever set foot on this continent. One of the most impressive dwellings is Cliff Palace, the largest cliff dwelling in North America. This massive complex contains over 150 rooms and is thought to have housed over 100 people. It's an architectural marvel, and it's hard to believe that it was built without the use of modern tools or technology. Another must-see is Balcony House, which you can only access by climbing a 32-foot ladder and crawling through a narrow tunnel. Trust me, it's worth the effort. The views from the dwelling are incredible, and it gives you a real sense of what it must have been like to live in such a precarious location. Visiting Mesa Verde National Park is more than just a sightseeing trip. It's an opportunity to connect with the past, to learn about a culture that thrived for centuries before disappearing into the mists of time. It's a reminder that we are all part of something much larger than ourselves, and that the stories of those who came before us are still being told, etched into the very landscape itself. Alright, grab your cameras and get ready for some serious Instagram-worthy views, because our next stop is Maroon Bells, two of the most iconic peaks in all of Colorado. Seriously, these mountains are like the supermodels of the Rockies. They're always photogenic, no matter the time of day or year. Imagine this. You're standing on the shore of Maroon Lake, the water like glass, reflecting the towering Maroon Bells in all their glory. The peaks, with their distinctive maroon hue, rise up from the valley floor, their slopes covered in a patchwork of aspen trees that turn a brilliant gold in the fall. It's a scene so perfect, so breathtaking, that it almost doesn't feel real. And the best part? You don't have to be a hardcore hiker to experience the beauty of the Maroon Bells. There's a paved trail that circles Maroon Lake, offering stunning views of the peaks from every angle. It's the perfect place for a leisurely stroll, a picnic lunch, or just a moment of quiet contemplation amidst the grandeur of nature. Now, if you are feeling adventurous, there are plenty of hiking trails in the area, ranging from easy to challenging. One popular option is the hike to Crater Lake, which takes you to a stunning alpine lake nestled at the base of the Maroon Bells. It's a bit of a climb, but the views are definitely worth it. Another must-do is to visit the Maroon Bells at sunrise. Trust me, it's worth the early wake-up call. The alpenglow, that magical moment when the first rays of sunlight hit the peaks, is something truly special. It's like the mountains themselves are waking up and you have a front-row seat to the show. Whether you're a photographer, a hiker, or just someone who appreciates natural beauty, the Maroon Bells are a must-see destination in Colorado. They're a reminder of the power and majesty of nature, and they'll leave you breathless, literally, if you attempt to hike to the top. Get ready for a change of scenery, because our final stop takes us to a place that feels like another planet, Great Sand Dunes National Park. We're talking about massive sand dunes, some of the tallest in North America, rising up from the valley floor like giant waves frozen in time. Imagine this. You're standing at the base of these towering dunes, the sand stretching out before you as far as the eye can see. Behind you, the rugged peaks of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains rise up into the sky, creating a dramatic backdrop to this surreal landscape. The wind whips around you, carrying the faint scent of sagebrush and the sound of sand whispering across the dunes. It's a place of stark beauty, of contrasts and contradictions. How did these massive dunes end up here, in the middle of the Rocky Mountains? Well, it's a long and fascinating story involving ancient lakes, prevailing winds, and millions of years of geological processes. But you know what? Sometimes it's best to just sit back and marvel at the mystery of it all. And the best part? You're not just here to look at the dunes, you're here to play in them. That's right, Great Sand Dunes National Park is like a giant sandbox for adults. You can hike to the top of the dunes, slide down on your stomach, try your hand at sandboarding, or just roll around in the sand like a kid again. One of the coolest things to do here is to visit the dunes at night. Without the crowds and the harsh sunlight, the dunes take on an ethereal quality. The stars seem closer, brighter, and the silence is almost deafening. It's a truly magical experience. Whether you're looking for adventure, solitude, or just a chance to experience something truly unique, Great Sand Dunes National Park is a must-visit destination. It's a reminder that even in the most unexpected of places, beauty can be found. We're in Gunnison National Park, staring down into the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. Imagine standing on the edge of the world, looking down into a chasm so deep it seems to swallow the sunlight. The rock walls plunge almost vertically, painted in these deep shades of black and gray, like something out of a Gothic painting. The Gunnison River, a ribbon of turquoise far below, carved this canyon over millions of years. We're hiking down into the canyon, and the trail is no joke. It's steep, it's rocky, and it's a good reminder that I need to hit the gym more often. But every drop of sweat is worth it because the deeper we go, the more incredible the views become. It's like entering another world down here. A hidden oasis of towering pines, cascading waterfalls, and these massive boulders that look like they were dropped from the sky. We reach a spot called the Painted Wall, and it's aptly named. The rock face is a canvas of colors, streaks of pink, orange, and yellow. It's almost impossible to capture the scale of it on camera, but trust me, it's the kind of view that stays with you long after you've left. As we hike back up, I'm thinking about the sheer power of nature that created this place. The slow, relentless force of water carving through rock over eons, shaping the landscape into something both beautiful and terrifying. It's humbling, you know? It makes you realize how small we are in the grand scheme of things. But it also makes you appreciate the beauty of the natural world even more. The way something so powerful can also be so delicate, so intricate. It's a reminder to slow down, to pay attention, to be present in the moment. And as I catch my breath at the top of the canyon, looking out over the vast expanse of the park, I feel this sense of peace wash over me. The Black Canyon of the Gunnison is more than just a pretty view, it's an experience. Flatirons. And no, I'm not talking about some random rock I found on the ground. I'm talking about the flatirons, these massive slabs of sandstone that jut out of the earth like giant tilted pancakes. They're iconic, they're imposing, and they're basically synonymous with Boulder. You see these things from miles away, and they just draw you in. It's like they're calling out to you, daring you to climb them, to conquer them, to prove yourself against their sheer rock face. And trust me, people climb them. We're talking serious rock climbers, scaling these vertical walls with ropes and harnesses and nerves of steel. But you don't have to be a daredevil to appreciate the flatirons. There are hiking trails that wind their way through the foothills, offering stunning views of the formations from below. And let me tell you, the views are worth the hike. We're talking panoramic vistas of the city of Boulder nestled in the valley, surrounded by rolling hills and snow-capped peaks in the distance. As we hike, I'm struck by the energy of this place. Boulder's got this reputation for being a bit, well, Boulder, you know? Health conscious, outdoorsy, maybe a little too into yoga. But there's a reason for that. This place is surrounded by nature, by beauty, by a sense of adventure. It seeps into your pores, into your soul. It makes you want to eat granola and go for a run and maybe even try that whole yoga thing. We reach a lookout point and the view is breathtaking. The flatirons loom above us, their sandstone faces bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. It's the kind of view that makes you feel small and insignificant, yet somehow connected to something larger than yourself. And as I stand there watching the sun dip below the horizon, I realize that Boulder's not just a place, it's a state of mind. It's about embracing the outdoors, pushing your limits, and finding beauty in unexpected places. Boulder is truly a gem. Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. A journey back in time. All aboard, we're ditching the hiking boots for a different kind of adventure today. A ride on the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. This ain't your average train ride, folks. We're talking a historic steam engine chugging its way through the San Juan Mountains, offering some of the most scenic views in Colorado. Imagine this. You're sitting in a vintage train car, the windows wide open, the smell of coal smoke in the air. The train rumbles to life, the whistle blows, and you're transported back in time to the golden age of rail travel. As we pull out of Durango, the scenery unfolds like something out of a Western movie. Towering mountains, their peaks dusted with snow, rise up on either side of us. We pass through dense forests of pine and aspen, the leaves shimmering gold and orange in the sunlight. And then, there it is, the Animas River, a ribbon of turquoise winding its way through the valley below. The train hugs the edge of the canyon, offering breathtaking views of the river rapids and the towering cliffs above. This railroad was built back in the 1880s to transport silver and gold from the mines in the San Juan Mountains. It's a testament to human ingenuity and the rugged spirit of the American West, but it's more than just a history lesson. It's a chance to experience the beauty of Colorado in a whole new way, to slow down, to disconnect from the digital world, and to appreciate the simple pleasure of a train journey. The rhythmic chug of the train, the sound of the wind whistling through the canyons, the stunning natural beauty all around. It's enough to make you forget about your worries and just be present in the moment. The Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad is a journey back in time and a feast for the senses. Pikes Peak, reaching for the sky. Get ready to ascend, people, because we're headed to the summit of Pikes Peak, one of Colorado's most famous 14ers. This mountain dominates the landscape, a majestic peak that seems to touch the sky. And trust me, the views from the top are worth the journey. Now, you've got options when it comes to conquering Pikes Peak. You can drive the winding Pikes Peak Highway, a scenic route that takes you through different climate zones, from lush forest to alpine tundra. Or, if you're feeling adventurous and have thighs of steel, you can hike the Bar Trail, a grueling but rewarding 13-mile trek to the summit. We opted for the scenic route this time, but hey, maybe next time I'll channel my inner mountain goat and tackle that hike. As we ascend the mountain, the landscape transforms before our eyes. We start in a thick forest of pine trees, the air cool and crisp. As we climb higher, the trees thin out, replaced by scrubby bushes and wildflowers clinging to the rocky slopes. And then, we break through the tree line, and the world opens up before us. The views are simply breathtaking, a panoramic vista of snow-capped peaks stretching out in every direction. The air is thin up here, so thin that it's hard to catch your breath. But it's worth it for the feeling of accomplishment, for the sense of awe and wonder that washes over you as you gaze out at the vast expanse of the Rocky Mountains. We reach the summit and it's like stepping onto another planet. The air is cold and thin, the ground is rocky and barren, and the views are simply out of this world. You can see for miles in every direction, a sea of peaks and valleys stretching out to the horizon. Pikes Peak is truly a place of inspiration and awe. Aspen, where the powder is deep and the living is high. Last but not least, we're wrapping up our Colorado adventure in Aspen, a town synonymous with luxury, skiing, and breathtaking natural beauty. This place is a playground for the rich and famous, but you don't need a platinum credit card to appreciate the stunning scenery and vibrant atmosphere. As we roll into town, it's clear that Aspen is something special. Nestled in the heart of the roaring Fork Valley, surrounded by towering mountains, the town has this undeniable charm. The streets are lined with high-end boutiques and art galleries, while cozy cafes and restaurants beckon with the promise of delicious food and warm hospitality. But let's be real, people come to Aspen for one thing, the skiing. And let me tell you, the rumors are true. The skiing here is legendary. Aspen Mountains, Snowmass, Buttermilk, Aspen Highlands. These mountains offer something for everyone, from beginner slopes to expert terrain that will challenge even the most seasoned skier. We hit the slopes at Aspen Mountain, and it's like skiing through a postcard. The snow is pristine, the sun is shining, and the views are simply incredible. We carve our way down the mountain, surrounded by towering aspen trees, their leaves shimmering gold in the sunlight. But Aspen is more than just a ski town. It's a place where art and culture thrive. The town is home to the renowned Aspen Art Museum, as well as numerous galleries showcasing the works of local and international artists. And if you're a foodie, you're in for a treat. Aspen boasts a culinary scene that rivals that of much larger cities, with world-class restaurants serving up everything from gourmet burgers to Michelin-starred cuisine. As we stroll through town, taking in the sights and sounds, I'm struck by the energy of this place. It's a place where people come to escape, to relax, to recharge. Aspen has a way of rejuvenating the soul. And there you have it, folks, our whirlwind tour of Colorado's most epic destinations. From the depths of the Black Canyon of the Gunnison to the heights of Pikes Peak, from the charming streets of Durango to the slopes of Aspen, Colorado has blown our minds. This state is a testament to the power of nature, the spirit of adventure, and the beauty of simply slowing down and soaking it all in. So what are you waiting for? Book that trip, pack your bags, and get ready to experience the magic of Colorado for yourself. Until next time, keep exploring.